Everybody, happy Monday and welcome to week 4 of health psychology. It's hard to believe we're almost halfway through with the course. So, if you are here in Houston, you know that it is a bit chilly here today, so kind of a nice change in weather. So let's see. I just finished grading your discussion boards and your reflection journals, and overall, y'all did a great job. Eating and exercising can be a hard thing to keep track of, but it's an important thing to keep track of. I mean, you really get a lot of information, and I noticed that when I was reading, especially your journal reflections, that you kind of had a realization, oh my gosh, I'm eating so much more sodium than I thought I was, or I'm really not eating enough fruits and vegetables, or I need to be drinking more water. So it just brings you an awareness. And so it's an important tool that you can then use with your clients to help to educate them and help them to get some of that necessary information. So overall, y'all did a great job, and I do encourage you. I know y'all make your responses to the discussion board posts on Sunday, but go back into your discussion posts because I see that some of you ask questions to each other, and so just because you've made your responses doesn't mean somebody didn't respond to you. And so you can go in and check out the questions that they had or things that they said about your discussion posts. And again, just those little touches are just a great way to stay connected with everybody in the class. Okay, so I sent out earlier the federal government's put out their new regulations or their new guidelines for exercise. So I thought you might find that interesting since you just did your exercise log. So you might want to take a look at that. It even involves things like how to exercise when you're pregnant, or how to exercise when you have a chronic illness, or how to exercise, or what the benefits are of exercise when you're dealing with cancer. And we'll talk about those issues a little bit later in the course. But it just was really interesting that those guidelines came out today, just at the end of your exercise logs. All right, so we're headed into week 4 where we will be talking about alcohol and smoking. So for your discussion boards, I want you to go on and to find some sort of advertisement that is advertising a kind of an anti-smoking. And it can be a video, it can be a picture poster type thing that you find. So just make sure that whatever you post, I don't want to see the same one. So you need to go back in, and see what everybody else has posted before you post one, and make sure that there's no duplicates. So there's tons of them out there. So see if you can find some really interesting ones. And why did you pick it? And do you feel like that would be a good way to get people to either stop smoking or to prevent them from smoking in the first place? So just kind of take a look at that. And then you're also going to analyze, the government has a spot called, well, it's called the Cool Spot, to educate about underage drinking. So I'd like you to go on and check out that website and see what you think. Do you think that it would prevent people from starting to drink, or might cause them to think twice, or maybe be more careful if they're drinking, especially if they're underage? Or do you think there'd be a better way to do it? So those are your discussion boards, part 1 and part 2. And then in your journals, you're going to do a little bit of research. So you're going to go on and look at what are the benefits. Are there benefits of smoking? Are there benefits of drinking? I don't think you're going to find any benefits of smoking, but what are the implications of what if you do smoke, and what do the studies show? What kind of things happen if you are a smoker, or if you are around smoking, and same thing for drinking. So I do want you to include your resources. So whatever websites you look at, please include those in your journals so that I can kind of take a look at them too, and see what all kind of information that you got. So you're going to just basically kind of be doing the researching, the impact of smoking as well as the impact of drinking, and then including those links or citations. So as always, have a great week. Let me know if you have any questions. And for those of you here in Texas, stay warm.